everybody. This evening I'm going to be cooking a pizza. This is a Marguerita pizza from the Iceland Piccolino range, which is an Italian range of meals. And I got 4 items on a £10 deal, all frozen. What I got worked out at about £14.50. So I've made a saving of £4.50. This is a Marguerita wood-fired stone-baked pizza. I'm going to leave half as it is and try that. And Dan's half I'm going to put a bit of salami on. I've got some Iceland salami. He likes that. It costs £1 and I'm going to put a bit of that on. It's quite a generous size pizza. This is a 428 gram pizza. It says Piccolino, the authentic taste of Piccolino restaurants at home. Italy's diverse cooking is the heart and soul of Piccolino. We visit the regions, meet the producers, and are committed to sourcing the best quality seasonal ingredients to bring you amazing classic Italian dishes to your home. So it says it's made in Italy at the foothills of the Dolomites. The Roncardin family are pizza makers using a traditional slow-rising Neapolitan dough to the time-honoured Neapolitan recipe, baked on stones from Mount Etna in a wood-fired oven. And it tells you to cook it from frozen for best results. Preheat oven fan 200 Celsius, which is about 210, 220, or gas oven. Remove from all packaging, place directly onto the middle shelf of the oven for about 14 minutes, or gas 16 minutes. The allergens are wheat, milk, and it may also contain soya as well. Wheat flour, tomato sauce 17%, passata extra virgin olive oil, salt, basil, mace, starch, dried oregano, mozzarella cheese from buffalo milk, so it's buffalo mozzarella, water, mozzarella cheese 4.5%, semi-dried cherry tomatoes 4.5%, sunflower oil, salt, dried oregano and yeast. So there looks to be a goodly amount of tomato sauce on and nice cheesy buffalo mozzarella. It doesn't have a traffic light system. Per half pizza oven baked, 489 calories, 20 grams of fat, of which saturates are 7.8 grams, carbohydrate is 57.7 grams, of which sugars are 3.3 grams, fibre is 5 grams, protein is 17 grams, and salt is 2.4 grams. And I will show you now the other things that I got in the deal. So we have 2 sea bass. We have a flatbread, big flatbread, and we have 2 tiramisu. We're going to be having the tiramisu for dessert this evening. I have already defrosted it. The instructions told me to defrost it in the fridge for 4 hours. Sovoladi biscuits soaked in coffee syrup layered with mascarpone cream. So in the deal there was 2 mains and 2 sides. You could either have 2 savoury sides or you could have 2 desserts or 1 of each. Ostensibly this lot will give us 3 meals. The garlic and cheese flatbread, for example, will go well with a homemade lasagna. Or even if we don't fancy a big meal and just want to snack with some soup or something. The sea bass fillets is another meal with some vegetables, and the pizza is another meal. So for us, this is a really good deal. But the proof will be the pudding. These are the details. So we've got two 80-gram portions. Keep at -18 Celsius or colder. Do not refreeze after defrosting. It says defrost and serve. Remove from all packaging, place on a serving plate. Defrost in the refrigerator for 4 hours. Once defrosted, consume immediately. Well, I now have to get this out of the packaging. We won't be eating this for an hour or two. Ingredients: mascarpone cream, 55%, cream, milk, water, skimmed milk, sugar, coconut oil, dried skim milk, dextrose, modified potato starch, dried whole milk stabilizers, carrageenan, xanthan gum, flavouring, emulsifiers, mono and diglycerides of fatty acids, lactic acid, esters of mono and diglycerides of fatty acids, polyoxythene, sorbitan, monolith, colour, carotene, salt, pasteurised liquid egg yolk, coffee syrup, 27%, water, sugar, glucose syrup, coffee powder, coffee extract, caramelised sugar flavouring, ladyfinger biscuits, 15%, wheat flour, sugar, whole pasteurised egg, raising agent, sodium carbonates, ammonium carbonates, glucose syrup, flavouring salt and cocoa powder, 3%. It may also contain nuts. So as well as nuts, you've got milk and egg and wheat as your allergens. Soya may also be in there. They can't guarantee there not being any soya. It's not prepared in a gluten-free environment. Anyway, it looks pretty good. I'm not keen on all those additives, but I'll give it a try. The first thing I'm going to do is put this tiramisu onto a plate. Now, this looks very attractive, even with the additives. That looks really nice. We have a super cold freezer, and this has been in the fridge since earlier in the day. We have a super cold fridge as well. And that was really easy to get out of the packaging. We won't be eating this for about an hour or two. We usually wait about half an hour for our dessert after eating our main meal. It helps the first course go down. But that looks quite nice. It smells strongly of coffee as well. That looks to be a good dessert. The next thing I'm going to do is to prepare a little bit of side salad. This is our own lettuce from the garden. We have lettuce still going strong. I had the idea to cover it with fleece, which means that hopefully we can grow and harvest lettuce during the winter months. I'm going to pop that into a sieve. I find a sieve works nearly as well as a salad spinner, which we don't have. Not quite as well, but nearly as well. And I usually just let it drain on the side for a little while. You can pat it off as well with a kitchen towel. Bit of spring onion. I've now put the oven on. I've put it on to about 220. It'll take a little while to heat up. But by the time it's heated up, Dan should be home from work and then I can cook the pizza. I like radish. We both do. I'm adding a couple of radish to this salad. I've also got some pickled radish. We do like our pickles and our fermented cabbage as well. I always make my own fermented cabbage. It doesn't take very long at all. And it's so good for you. It's tasty. You can use it instead of onions in burgers as well. That's a different flavour dimension, a nice crunchy one too. The fermentation process softens the cabbage as well. You've got some slight crunch, but you don't have that raw taste that you get with raw cabbage. That's the salad. And I'll wash this now through cold running water and leave it to drain. This is the salad, all washed. I'm going to put it into this bowl. We'll probably dress it at the table. We often both like different things, salad dressings. And this is my homemade kimchi. I'm going to put a bit of this on as well. This one has cumin seeds and it also has slices of ginger and it has rhubarb. There we go. And keeping a healthy microbiome is the key to fending off respiratory viruses such as pneumonia, COVID, and upper respiratory chest infection. Let's now get the Piccolino Marguerita pizza out of its packaging. Here we go. The box is recyclable, but not the film. Well, it looks to have a reasonable amount of filling. I like the way the crust is. It looks like it's got some herbs sprinkled on. Some of the bits and pieces seem to have kind of gravitated a little to one end. Try and even them out a little bit. This is the deli German style salami. As you can see, it cost £1. You get quite a lot of slices there for £1. Dan really enjoys charcuterie. I'm going to put quite a few slices on here for him. Five, 6, that should do it. I'm going to lift the pizza now onto the foil on the greaseproof paper, and that's going to go on the top shelf of the oven. The crust is quite thick. Now, when I've been to Italy, the crusts aren't as thick as that. They're thin all the way round. This is more like a New York version of Italian pizza, from what I've had anyway. Or it's obviously just been made for the UK market. But whenever I've gone to Italy, the pizzas have been thin crust all the way round. It looks quite good, quite tasty. I'll chop off a piece of tomato pizza and give it a try, see what this is like. These are steak and pizza knives. I've had them for years and they're still sharp. Very tomatoey. It's not sweet tomato sauce. I suppose you could say it's slightly on the acidic side. Though I prefer it on that sharper side than sweet. The cheese is nice. The little cherry tomatoes have an intense flavour. Wow. They're almost like homegrown ones. I'll try the crust. It's a nice base. Very light dough. That's not bad at all. I'd give that pizza 8 out of 10. Well, that pizza was jolly tasty. The reason I gave it 8 out of 10 and not any higher was I prefer a thin crust all the way round, and the topping was really, really tasty, but I felt there wasn't quite enough of it. It wasn't well distributed across the whole pizza either. But I think for a meal for 2 people with 1 or 2 extras, it's good value. I think the pizza at its normal price is £3.50, which isn't a huge amount of money if you look at, say, Pizza Express by comparison, which is also smaller in size and costs at least £5 or £6. Anyway, this is the tiramisu. This looks to be a good portion, just the right size for a rich dessert. There are the biscuits, the ladyfinger biscuits, and there's good layering. It's nice and spongy to cut into. It smells strongly of coffee. Now that is delicious. I love the filling. It's not cheesy. Remember, it's mascarpone. That coffee hit is wow. If you were to have this with a cup of coffee, which I might have to have before I finish this, I think it'll go really well. And I think it's the perfect end to an Italian meal. And I'm going to give this 9 out of 10. Go along to your Iceland and see if you can get hold of any of the Piccolino range. I think it's good value and it will feed up to 4 of you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you soon.